A couple weeks ago, I brought you guys the Try Not to Break Anything anti-vibration feet. Well, guess what? These are now part of the past. And now it's time for the future. Introducing the Try Not to Break Anything anti-vibration feet 2.0. For those of you that are new to the channel and those of you who are returning, thank you by the way, I'm Eric with Try Not to Break Anything. If you're new to my anti-vibration feet series, I suggest you check out this video right here so you're not lost about what I'm talking about when it comes to the anti-vibration feet version 2.0. Before we get into the testing on version 2.0, I wanted to talk to you about the 3 things that I carried over from version 1.0 into the design of version 2.0. The first thing I wanted to talk about is I definitely carried over the hexagonal shape and design from version 1.0 so that way it still connects to the bottom of the BambuLab printer easily and firmly. The second thing I carried over is that I still use the clips that I had in version 1.0, but I made a slight modification, which I'll get to later. And the last thing that I carried over from the previous design was, of course, my logo, which is at the bottom of the base that acts as like a kind of grip, if you will, for the anti-vibration feet. It's my favorite part. Now let's talk about what I upgraded from version 1.0 to version 2.0. First things first, if it isn't obvious enough yet, version 1.0 is a lot smaller than version 2.0. And that's because, obviously, I made them bigger. It's actually an increase of about 40% larger from the previous design. I know that because I did it in Fusion 360. With that increase in size, I've actually found it to be a little bit easier to move my printer around with the feet on. The second thing that I decided to upgrade was the clips themselves. Because of the bigger design, I was able to make stronger and thicker clips. And the reason why I decided to do that was because a YouTuber, Happy Waffle Monkey, left me this comment. And for some reason, when I was testing version 1.0, I never thought to put my AMS on top of my X1 carbon. But I realized that's totally a common thing that everyone was doing. I used to do it as well, but eventually, because I was doing so much maintenance and error checking and some of these videos, I've just decided to leave my AMS sitting to the side. Nonetheless, I've tried it. If you put the AMS system on top of your X1 carbon while using the version 1.0 feet, it's gonna fail. They just break almost immediately or immediately thereafter.
Did you try it?
I did.
And what happened?
They freaking failed. And then the third and final upgrade that I made to these feet was I included a little ring on the inside to help prevent the clips from sliding all the way through. The ring isn't perfect yet. I may upgrade these to version 2.1 in the future to make that ring a little thicker. But as of right now, I haven't had that issue while using TPU with a shore hardness rating of 95A. But I put it there as kind of like a bumper for the time being. Perhaps in the future in 2.1, I might make that ring a little bit thicker or completely enclose it to prevent any kind of clips passing all the way through. If you guys have that issue when you set up your feet, leave me a comment or shoot me an email so we can make version 2.1 or even version 3.0 better. All right, so now we've talked about pretty much all the design upgrades that I've made to version 2.0. So let's get straight into the testing. So if you recall from my last video, I did some testing using my iPad to detect vibrations coming from the printer to the table. Since these are new feet, I went ahead and redid the testing for everything. I did the same testing as I did before, using the X1 Carbon's original feet, the BambuLab anti-vibration feet, and of course, version 2.0. All right, let's talk about the results that I got from doing the testing. While using the X1 Carbon with the AMS on top, using the original feet that the X1 Carbon came with, the highest level of vibration detected by the iPad was a 0.54. Then the average level of vibrations detected by the iPad was a 0.154. So that's gonna be what's gonna set our baselines for our testing. The highest level of vibration felt by BambuLab's anti-vibration feet was 0.34, whereas the Try Not to Break Anything feet came out to a 0.32, which makes the Try Not to Break Anything anti-vibration feet 2.0 0.02 less than BambuLab's anti-vibration feet. So that's a win for Try Not to Break Anything's feet. Yay! But guys, it's a trade-off now. The Try Not to Break Anything anti-vibration feet 2.0 didn't beat BambuLab's anti-vibration feet on the average vibrations felt, but I am happy to announce that BambuLab's anti-vibration feet won in the average vibrations felt only by 0.006. So I'm gonna call that a technical tie, but you may think differently and that's fine. Let me know in the comments if you think BambuLab should take that win. Now, I wanna address the big 800-pound gorilla in the room. There was quite a few people in the comments talking about the testing that I did. So I downloaded the Ringing Tower STL and printed them using the anti-vibration feet version 1.0, version 2.0, and BambuLab's anti-vibration feet to see if we could tell if there's any kind of difference between the print quality. Now I printed all of these in vase mode, and I want to show you guys some of the photos that I took of these prints to see whether or not there's any kind of ringing. But here, take a look.
All right, guys, so here's what I printed. I printed this 4 times for each set of feet, and you'll notice what looks like a layer change. That's actually just me changing the speed of the print from normal speed to ludicrous speed. If you want to see high resolution images of these, I'll post them on Colts 3D so you can take a look at them. I printed all these in vase mode, so that way any kind of ghosting or resonance that was going to be picked up by the print would be more obvious and apparent for the purposes of just showing how the anti-vibration feet work in these circumstances. And here we have BambuLab's original feet, and we have BambuLab's anti-vibration feet, and the Try Not to Break Anything anti-vibration feet 2.0, and of course version 1.0. Then we have BambuLab's original feet, BambuLab's anti-vibration feet, Try Not to Break Anything's anti-vibration feet 2.0, and of course version 1.0. Then we have BambuLab's original feet, BambuLab's anti-vibration feet, the Try Not to Break Anything 2.0 anti-vibration feet, and of course version 1.0. And last but not least, BambuLab's original feet, BambuLab's anti-vibration feet, the Try Not to Break Anything anti-vibration feet 2.0, and last but certainly not least, version 1.0.
To me, you can still see some ringing, you can still see some ghosting, but they all seem to look very close or identical to each other, which is why I was saying before, these anti-vibration feet don't seem to have any kind of impact on print quality. So for that, I definitely have to give my hats off to BambuLabs on their resonance configuration that they have on their machines. It seems to be working. So there you have it, guys. Version 2.0 is out now for download. And of course, it's free, just like all the other files that I have. If you want to try version 2.0, all you got to do is go to my Colts 3D page, which you could find in the About Me section of my YouTube page. And it's also going to be linked in the description of this video. I want to give a big shout out to Happy Waffle Monkey for emailing me about some of the issues he had with version 1.0, because I used that information in order to work on and create version 2.0. And guys, if you have anything that you want to add or like to see changed about version 2.0 that you think might make these feet even better, let me know. I'd love to incorporate them and make version 3.0 even better. You can always reach me by shooting a comment in this video, following me on TikTok, hitting me up with a message there, or even shooting me an email. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you to the 300 plus people that have already downloaded version 1.0. And if you like what I'm doing with this channel and you like the videos that I'm putting out, please consider subscribing and liking this video as well. And with that said, that's gonna be the end of the video. Why don't you go ahead and check out some of these other videos that I've got right here. I'm pretty sure it's on this side, but you never really know. And if you haven't yet, download my feet. I don't know why you're still here. Either watch a video or just download my feet. Download my feet. Download my feet.